Okay, what this spreadsheet is a confidence interval calculator. It will calculate the upper and lower value on a confidence interval on the population mean, given two things. Given you give it your confidence level and you give it the data set. And it'll take any data set up to a sample size of 100. So let's use it real quick. Let's say that I've got some data, and what this is where I've gotten 10 data points, 10 supermarkets, where I've generated the sales per square foot. And Whole Foods has a lot more grocery stores than these 10, but I've sampled these 10. This is the sales per square foot. So if I would just grab that, copy it, go over to my calculator, drop it in. I'm going to do a paste special and just get the values. Just like that, it knows that it's a sample of size 10. I put in how confident when I want to be. So if I want a 95% confidence interval, I put 95%. What it'll do is calculate alpha for you. Alpha is 1 minus the confidence level. It's just 1 minus that number above it. It'll cut it in half, and what we're getting is we're getting that alpha over 2. So in this case, 2.5% on this side, 2.5% on this side, 95% in the middle, and it'll calculate your t-values, which are right there. There's your t-statistic. It'll calculate your sample average, your sample standard deviation. It'll also generate something called the standard error, which is s divided by the square root of n. It's this number. So once I have t, s, and the square root of n, I can generate the interval width. So that would be t times the standard error. T times the standard error. It does that for you for free. There's another formula in Excel that will generate something called the confidence. It's just called confidence.t. It also generates that for you. So these are identical numbers because it's the same math. It's just a different formula. The confidence t takes into the arguments alpha, which is this number, your standard deviation, and your sample size. Either way, we get this interval width. And so now my confidence interval is my sample average plus this number to get this, and then my sample average minus this number to get this, and there's your confidence interval. I could take any data set and do this. Like here's another one that is alert times, how long it takes to generate an alert. It looks like a data set of 15. I'm going to grab it, copy, go over to my calculator, drop it in, paste special the values. It'll overwrite those. It now knows there's 15. Let's say I want a 99% confidence interval. It'll generate t, and it'll come up with these upper and lower values. Okay, so that's how you use this calculator. Thanks.